Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kodash. We'll give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. We rule well, and salutations and much love to the rest of you, Sir Aki, and pushing word and truth and sincerity. This is the cleric Azar coming to you with another lesson. I'm calling this lesson the true occupation. Okay, because I think just the spirit's been on me just recently. Just be thinking about these jobs that we're on and these jobs that we have under Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And it gets to a certain point that, it's just, this is not going to profit you anything. Just looking at this image alone, you see the brother here, the Jake, and you see Esau Edom's hands, you see all the things that they're pushing him to do. And he has a deadline. That's why they got the alarm clock there. You got to be on a call. You got the one, I think that's a lady on the left-hand side with the phone. You got the presentations, graphs, and things of the sort. And, you're being you're just being bum rushed with all these different things and to do for just a small wage. You're not a king. You're not a ruler. You come home. You can't even rule your own house, as I did in a previous lesson. And this is wearing us out. When I'm going to bring out some scriptures that's going to back that up. All right, but hey, we got to do what we can, to get a so-called dollar in the society, because it's not a real true wage. It's not backed by anything. All right, so we got to be separate from this, because pretty soon when this is all taken away, there's not going to be no Esau Edom telling Jake what to do real soon. Okay, because his kingdom is about to fall. Okay. And we got to be separate from that, so that when it does fall, we can be celebrating the fact of the fall, and and we can enjoy the fact that the kingdom is going to be at hand. Okay, let's go into the New Testament. Let's go into 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17, and backs that up. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Okay, so, hey, this is how... It gets to a certain point where, everyone loves a good maybe a transfer, a promotion on your job, whatever, because you get some more money in your pocket to do the things you need to do. But in the end, it's you got to think about this ministry and this work first, all right? Because that's really the true job, or true occupation, because that's the true reward that you're going to get, and hopefully I'm part of that number of the elect, so that I can get that crown in the end, all right. And this is how I got to keep reminding myself when I'm out with the Akim and out with the brothers that are in the truth, to kind of stay in that particular mindset, especially when, words are coming out of your mouth, because that's the conversation you're supposed to be having. How do we know that? Well, let's go to 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 15, and it backs that up. And it reads, "But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation." See? And when you're with these people in the world, you can't be in that type of conversation with them, because they're of the world, and we're not of the world. All right, let me bring out the New Living Translation. It reads, "But now you must be holy in everything you do, just as the Most High who chose you is holy." And he chose you to receive this truth. Okay, and specifically, we're looking for salvation, because we gotta get out of here. All right, we got to get back into our own land, our land of Israel. But first, this place has to be destroyed. And I love how in Revelation chapter 18, verse 4, it talks about coming out of her. And that voice that will most likely be said in Hebrew from out of the chariot, when Yahushua returns during the second coming, during World War III, after the MOTB has been established, is that, the elect's going to hear that voice and be delivered. Okay, let's go into Revelation 18:4. And it reads, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." And what are the plagues? It's going to be nuclear missiles when it drops on Babylon the Great and other parts of the world, when World War III pops off. All right, but of course, there's other things going to pop off before that. Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, and things of that sort. And there's going to be a lot of plagues hitting this place besides the nuclear missiles. Okay, but hey, just like I was saying when I opened up this lesson, this place is worn out the saints of the Most High. Okay, the things that have happened in this world, and things we got to deal with. All right, and that's why this is why this spirit is so comforting, because just knowing that there's an end to all this. Okay, let's go in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, and it reads, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High," and who's that? He is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right. "And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and a times and a dividing of time." So the nation of Israel has been given to their enemies as pertaining to Psalms 83rd chapter. Ultimately, the top enemy of that particular chapter is going to be Esau Edom. Okay. And we've helped build this kingdom. And in the end, in these so-called occupations they give us, it gives us a small wage with money that's not even backed by anything. It's not backed by any precious metals or so forth like it's supposed to be. And you barely are treading water, okay? You're in the deep end and you're barely treading water. You're trying to keep your head afloat, okay? And it doesn't even matter if you're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. You're supposed to have way more than that, in the kingship and rulership mentality that you were born to be in. Okay, let's go into the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6, and it reads, "Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes." Now, I'm not sure if you've ever seen a bag with holes, specifically a bag that has water in it, but you just see the water just being drained down, the bag just getting smaller. It's like all the checks and all the paychecks you're getting just to pay the bills and so forth. And as you can see, currently with rent going up and so forth, I currently live in a condo, and I only pay the homeowners association fee, and now they're adding assessments on, and my goodness, along with the mortgage alone, I barely have anything to bring home to myself. That's that bag with holes, okay? And then you try to remember what your people came over for. They came over as slaves, and they're trying to change the history and so forth. Just like in Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, changing times and laws and things of that sort. He's basically trying to change history and everything, but he has a short time because his time's at an end. Okay, and just like you try to think about slavery, and he doesn't want to give you credit to the fact that you were the first stock on Wall Street. You try to bring it up to Esau Edom. He doesn't care, all right, because he was the conqueror and you were the conquered, okay? But he's not going to give you no account for your labors. Let's go into the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1, and that should be the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1, and it reads, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him." All right, and who's that face? That's Esau Edom. All right, he has afflicted us. Reading on, "and made no account of his labors." See that? Made no account. And that's what you got to have. If you're ever going to be into finances or so forth, you got to be good with accounting. All right? The coming in and the going out. Figuring out how much you need to pay and so forth, and how much you have for yourself. And he doesn't give no account for your labors. Okay? And hey, ultimately, this isn't a life to love. Okay, this isn't this is what happened to the elect of Israel. They love not their lives into death, as pertaining to Revelation 12 and 11. All right, I'm going to read it in case you don't know about Revelation 12 verse 11. It reads, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb." That Lamb is Yahushua, "and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death." You see that? And I could have brought this out in the last video when it talks about the true relationship, but the true occupation is the same thing. All right, because look, you don't get any respect. Okay, you're supposed to be the disciple of the Heavenly Father, or disciple of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Let's go into Luke chapter 14, verse 26. This is Yahushua's words. "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." You see that? Now they're not bringing that out in these churches. You're not supposed to love your life. They're talking about how to deal with it so you can bring them their tithes and offerings. All right? And that's a lesson for another day. All right? But I'm going to end it on this. Because I ended my video on the same kind of note. And, this place this fall. This place has to fall. All right? For the kingdom of heaven to come in and have the true authority and power under Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? And with the elect of Israel being the joint heirs. All right? 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 24. Reads, "Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Okay, because hey, you know, this kingdom is not right. It's not righteous at all. It's wicked and evil, and it needs to fall. All right. So that's the true occupation. The true occupation is this ministry. All right, it's getting out this word, and that's the true reward you're going to get is that crown. All right, and we're going to get the rest in the kingdom. We're not going to get it. We're not going to get it here. Okay. Well, I just wanted to share that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, who gives me the strength and the spirit to continue to strive and adorn these last days. Shalom to the hopeful elect, and on to the next video.